Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another stream. Yes, how we doing, man? Good to see y'all in the chat, man. Let me get rid of that. Boom. This tune is just sick, man. I could honestly listen to this tune all day. Let me put it on for a sec. Yo, good to see you, man. Who we got in the chat? Let's have a look who we got, man. We got Eric, yes, Zohib, Anthony R. Queen, Dope, hello. Nam, yes, Transfer Cartoons, Des Doyle, Nam, Zerified, Ben Yedda, Max OJ, Osmodouche, yes, good to see you. Andrew, Simpad, ID, Mahib, yes, Charlie, how we doing, man? Good to see you. Put some lyrics on that, Bray. I could do my own lyrics. Should I just do my own? I could just do my own tunes. How we all doing, man? Good to see you all again. After last night. Last night's stream was a decent one, man. I enjoyed last night's stream. Little transfer stream. It was a sick one. How come nobody's asked me about the kit I'm wearing? Why has no one asked me about the kit, man? I was expecting people to be like, what is that? No one's even said anything. What is the shirt, Brett? Great question, says Andrew. So, for Christmas, my sister got me a gift, and it was one of them mystery kit things, where, like, you don't know what kit is. Like, she didn't know what kit is, I didn't know what kit is. Anyway, I opened it, right? And it's a Toulouse kit, mate, from France. Now, some of you might be like, decent. You know what I mean? First of all, I think the kit's actually pretty nice. I actually really like it. I back this, like, pink, red thing that goes down the middle. I think it's pretty fresh, yeah? But you know what's mad, right? Is my mate went to school with the striker that plays for Toulouse. A guy called Reece Healy. And he plays for Toulouse. That's mad, isn't it? Crazy. So I was just like, that's a bit weird, you know what I mean? Like, what's all that about? But anyway, let's get into it. It's the press conference stream. Few comments. coming through. Before we get into it, massive shout out to the guys at Manscaped. Guys, if you've not already got yourself a lawnmower 4.0 to shave your beard, hair, you know, whatever, you know what I mean, down below the waist is what it's designed for specifically, then you need to get on it. They've also got a weed whacker for any nose or ear hair you've got. They've got moisturising cream, my nines, yeah? Understand what I'm saying here. Extra 20, XTRA20 at checkout for 20% off your order and free international shipping. Once again, we did say it yesterday, but once again, rest in peace to one of the GOATs, Pele. Obviously, we did do that last night, but just for anyone that did miss that and maybe wanted to give their sort of chat message or whatever, then we'll just do it again there. But let's get into it then. Pep Guardiola has been speaking ahead of the game tomorrow against Everton. Massive in it. This game against Everton is huge. We play before Arsenal. We could close the gap to 2 points. And if we do that, they're playing Brighton away from home. That's difficult. That's harder than our fixture for sure, man. For sure. You know what I'm saying? So, pretty wild. Right, let me get into it then, because I've got the details here. So, Pep Guardiola. Obviously, it's not a press conference stream without talking about Mr. Erling Haaland. And Pep Guardiola on Erling Haaland, he says this. He says, if he breaks records, he's scoring goals and helping us to win the games. The team benefits. We have the benefit of this. Since day one, we are delighted. Not just a contribution of goals, but many things. Hopefully, he can continue to improve, because I have the feeling he can do better as a football player. He is still young, but he does have the mindset to do it. You know, this guy's just a freak, man. You know what I mean? He's just a complete freak. Let's have a look at his goal record this season then for City. I pretty much already know it, but I want to get it right. So in the Premier League, 20 goals and 3 assists in 14 matches. That's nearly not too far away from 2 goal involvements per game. You know what I mean? What would he need? He'd need 28, and he's on 23 for 2 goal involvements a game. What a joke! What a farce! 20 goals in the Premier League, 3 assists. He's 26 goals and 3 assists in all 20 appearances in total. Absolutely just slamming it, isn't he? He's just absolutely slamming it. His record for City right now, in terms of goals, is better than any club he's ever been at before. It's better. His record right now is better than Borussia Dortmund. It's better than Molde. It's better than Red Bull Salzburg. It's better than Bern. So his record at City is the best, and that's probably down to the fact that, of course, he's getting better and he's developing, but he's also playing with better players. He's playing with Kevin De Bruyne, who's just assisting him for fun at the moment. So Erling Haaland, man, you know what I mean? I just think that once he gets his match fitness up and he's proper fit for it and ready to go, I just think that Erling Haaland's just going to be like this monster. And people are like, what are you on about? He's already a monster. I know. That's the point I'm trying to make. Is it scary? How many goals can this guy actually score like in a season if he's match fit? I'm talking properly match fit and hits like good form. Like, so this right now that we're seeing from Haaland, is this good form? Is this good form from Haaland? People will be like, of course it's good form, LB. He's on what? He's on 20 goals in the Premier League in 14 matches. Of course it's good form. What are you chatting? Yeah, but what about if this isn't good form? What about if this is actually just medium form? What about if there's another level? You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. This guy is just absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Adam. That's what I'm saying. Like, no one actually knows. No one can tell me, oh, yeah, this is him in top form. Well, how do you know if it's in top form? How do you know? He's only been here 4 months. You know what I mean? We don't know what's to come. Could be top form, but it also could just be like arse form. You never know. What else has he been saying there? Julian Alvarez. Of course, we all know about Julian Alvarez winning the World Cup. Absolute GOAT. And I did say, I've got a few predictions right over the last couple of the months, guys. And I made another prediction that Julian Alvarez, despite Pep Guardiola saying in a recent press conference that he might be back before New Year, I said, nah, I don't think he will, and I don't think he should be. I'd bring him back after the New Year. I'd bring him back on the 2nd of January, and just let him have the New Year, and then boom, get him ready for Chelsea. And it appears that is what is going to be happening. Pep Guardiola said he's coming back to Man City fit. He's in condition to train. After that, we decide. So I'm not entirely sure when he is back. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't actually know what day he's back, but he's on his way. Do you know what I mean? Packed his bags and that. But Alvarez obviously sick. That's good. That's going to give us some big reinforcements. Again, you know, the fixtures that we've got coming up. I know you guys probably don't want me to go through the fixtures again because they're disgusting. Or some of you might do. Some of you might relish this. But we've got Chelsea, Southampton, United, Tottenham, Wolves, Tottenham, Villa, Arsenal. And all of them are in the space of 10, 20, 25, 30, 40 days. Rapid maths. I mean, get me on that university show. So yeah, he's obviously coming back. That's a necessity. You know what I mean? We need him back rapid. Pep Guardiola continues to talk, and he says the last 2 games against Liverpool and Leeds were so demanding. It was very high intensity. We've handled it really well. I don't know what Everton will do. Sometimes they press high, but not last season. We have to know their transitions. They always start from the back with Jordan Pickford. The quality is there. They have exceptional players in this period. Everyone's thinking of New Year's Eve. The distraction can be a problem 2 days after Leeds. We just have to be ready. This is an interesting one, man. This is an interesting one because you know what? Everton, I don't know what's going on with this football club, man. Like, seriously, it needs that whole club needs chopping up and starting again because I just don't think they've got a clue what they're doing. The people at the top, man. I genuinely don't. I said in the summer, right? Get rid of Lampard. Get someone in who can get you out of that relegation scrap. I said it on an Everton channel. I went on a Everton YouTube channel, and they asked me to give my opinion on Everton. I said, look, I rate Lampard as a manager. I like the way he plays football. I think he's a decent manager. How good he is, I don't actually know, you know what I mean? Will he be able to win titles and trophies in the future? Who knows? Probably too early to say. But in terms of just a decent manager, I think he is. But it's the wrong fit. Everton last year almost got relegated. Everton Football Club almost got relegated. And I'm not being funny. Lampard didn't come in and absolutely turn it all around. Right? Stayed up by the skin of the teeth. So I was like, get rid of him. Right? Not in terms of like, you done shit, sin a bit. In terms of like, listen lad, we probably shouldn't have appointed you in the first place because the way that you play football isn't really suited to our club right now. Get a manager in who can get them up the table, get them away from that relegation zone. Because if you get relegated, especially with that new stadium, they're in the mud, right? So get them up, get them into sort of like 10th, mid-table, and then bring him in when they're a steady Premier League team. It's that to me. I'm just a guy who sits in front of a camera talking to you guys about the football. And to me, that seems so logical and so, like, smart. Yet these guys are like, nah, we're going to get Frank Lampard, who's got very little managerial experience and who almost got us relegated last season, and we're giving him another shot. I just don't think they know what they're doing, honestly. And, you know, if there's Everton fans in the chat who disagree, that's fine. It's all about opinions, man. But, like, I just think that, you know what I mean, you're in the relegation scrap again. I've watched Everton a few times this season. Can't score goals. Just look like a team void of ideas, you know. And it's kind of annoying because, you know, I can't really like the other Merseyside club, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean, after I back one, I have to back Everton, and they're just doing shit. No wins in the last 4. Only scored 8 goals all season, which is the joint... Is that the joint worst? No, they didn't. They scored 12 goals all season, which is the 3rd worst in the league. Signing players like... Who did they sign? That Mopai. I don't get it, guys. I don't... Sometimes, right, I feel like football's a social experiment. Do you know what I mean? Like, this guy who's running the club for Everton and making these signings, like, he's on the wind-up. You know what I mean? Is he trying to push Everton fans as far as he can possibly push them before they boil? You know what I'm saying? Now they did make a couple of good signings. I have to give it them. Who's that guy that they signed? The Onana. Like him. It's no good if you get relegated, but I do like him. Connor Cody on a loan. I think that's a pretty solid deal. Tarkowski on a loan. Again, pretty solid. Dwight McNeil for 17 million. He's probably one of the worst transfers of the window. You know, people can chat to me and be like, oh, why? He works hard, blah, blah, blah. He's a winger, and he's got... I've done this before. His stats are genuinely woeful. I'm going to go through his stats, yeah. 150 Premier League games, 9 goals for a winger. And don't talk to me about, oh yeah, but he was playing under Sean Dyche. I don't care, man. I don't care. 9 goals in 150 games. He's not good. He's not, and you know, he'll probably fucking score tomorrow now, won't he? You know what I mean? And I'll be clipped and all that shit, you know, blah, 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 blah. But I'm just speaking facts. Neil Maupay, 10 million quid. What you doing? Why are you signing him? Another one who doesn't score. So yeah, I just don't know what's going on at that football club, to be honest with you. I don't. And if they get relegated, it's the board's fault for making poor decisions. It's a bit of a weird one, man, because I shouldn't be that passionate, but when I see football clubs like that, you know what I mean, with a good fan base and that, and they're just being run bare weird, and they're in threat of getting relegated. Everton should be nowhere near the relegation zone. They have a huge fan base, you know what I mean, they'll have good revenues, you know what I mean, because they're a big club. Weird. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens tomorrow night. Pep Guardiola did actually speak about Calvert-Lewin as well. Another one that's probably, you know, this is probably not the board's fault, of course. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has been injured a lot. Unfortunately for him, he was injured for the last period, doesn't have the consistency to play. On top of that, he's exceptional, the long balls, second balls. He's a very, very dangerous player. Now, interestingly, on this, you all want to know about Calvert-Lewin. Is he going to be available? This is what I've got here. Today, we were told he's in the squad. So he will be in the matchday squad. Whether or not he plays, it's unlikely that he'll start, according to that. But it seems like he's going to be in the matchday squad. Will he be coming off the bench? You know, if he's on the bench, you probably want to have him... you probably want to try and get the game sealed before he comes on, because that pace. He wasn't on the bench against Wolves where they lost 1-0, 2-1, sorry. So, yeah, it's unlikely that he'll start. He might come off the bench, but it's a bit of a difficult one, you know what I mean? But yeah, his career sort of just took a massive stall on it because of all the injuries. It's a bit of a shame, really. Never like seeing players get injured. Manny's talking about goals when we employ Grealish. Bro, yeah, but the difference is we have Haaland, we have Mahrez who scores goals, we've got Kevin, we've got Gundogan. We've got a team that can chip in with goals, you know what I'm saying? Like, other teams don't have that. Boom, more comments on the game coming up. But before we do, massive shout out to the guys at Manscaped. You guys know what time it is, man. It's time to spam the chat with the Kiwis, the fruit of your choice, the vegetable of your choice. Take a look at this. 85% of partners prefer a man who is groomed below the waist, and 96% of partners think bad grooming is a major turn-off. That's where Manscaped have come in to help us all out, including myself, lads. The Lawnmower 4.0 is a trimmer specifically designed with our crown jewels in mind. It has skin-safe technology to reduce those nicks and cuts and gives you the maximum confidence while trimming below the waist. It's also IPX7 waterproof rated, so you can operate in wet or dry conditions. It has a premium 7,000 RPM motor with quiet stroke technology and a massive 90-minute battery time, which is supported by its wireless electromagnetic charging function. With the Performance Package 4.0, you'll get the Crop Reviver with witch hazel and powerful odor defense. This keeps your balls protected after a good shave. Crop Preserver with its soothing aloe vera and advanced quick absorbing cream, keeping your balls feeling fresh and hydrated. And the Weed Whacker to trim ear and nose hair. The Performance Package 4.0 has everything you need to keep you the most groomed man in the room. Use our code XTRA20 XTRA20 at checkout and you'll save yourself 20% off your order and receive free international shipping. That's it, man. That's it, innit? Go check it out. Yo, link in the description. Get on it. Get on it. Right, more comments. More comments. Where are we at here? Oh yeah, Pep Guardiola has confirmed that Alvarez will return to Manchester City after the Everton game. Oh yeah, Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish, big one. Big one on Jack Grealish, guys. Listen to this. Pep Guardiola. Jack Grealish doesn't need any goals to change my opinion. So this is a bit of an interesting one, man, because I know a lot of people in the chat are like, you know, don't rate him or whatever. They're like, with Grealish and that, they're sort of like, you know, if he doesn't score, then he's arse. But Pep Guardiola clearly likes him. He clearly likes him, guys. So, you know, and Pep Guardiola's saying that I don't need Jack Grealish to score to change my opinion. Clearly, he rates him. He must do, because that's what he just said. And he plays him a lot. He plays him a lot. And if I get something like the most minutes this season for Manchester City, right? Jack Grealish is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he's in the top 11. He's in the top 11 players for Manchester City. So Pep clearly likes him. And as Eric there with the member chat says, you know who else likes him? Haaland likes him. And another game against Leeds the other day. Another match where we don't drop points when Jack Grealish is in the side. And we've won every game that Grealish has started in the Prem, right? That's the thing. Or is it we've not lost? Let me have a look at his stats again. I can't remember if we've won every game that he's in, that he started, or whether or not it's that's a dub. Yeah, we've won every single game that Jack Grealish has played. Every single game. So the loss against Brentford, the loss against Liverpool, the draw against Aston Villa, and the draw against Newcastle, he didn't play a single minute in any of them games. So again, you know, I did say this the other day. I'm gonna say it again. People can like say that it's just a coincidence, but that's 4 matches, man. 4 matches. There's got to be something in it for me. And Eric's member chat there is completely spot on, guys. Haaland clearly likes playing with him. He thrives. He thrives, Haaland, when he played. 2 assists, obviously, for Jackie G as well, like against Leeds. So I know people don't like him and that, but at the end of the day, our manager rates him. Our manager rates him, and we should get behind our players, man. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't mean that you have to, you can be like, you don't have to dig him if he does something wrong. Like, yes, he should have obviously scored the chance that he had against Leeds, and it was poor. But at the end of the day, the guy's doing well, I think, in terms of how he's affecting the game and in terms of results. And isn't it about results at the end of the day? Is that not the aim of the game? Is that not what it's about? Results? And people are like, yeah, but LB, we would have done better if Foden plays. Well, 1, we're winning the games that Grealish is playing, so that's all it's about. And 2, Foden played against Liverpool, did absolutely nothing. Got very, very little criticism online. Because obviously he's come from our academy, you know what I mean? He's got this sort of like aura around him. He got absolutely no criticism, very little criticism, I should say. He did absolutely nothing against James Milner. They didn't try and take him on once. Jack Grealish does something slightly wrong and it's, Jackie, you shit, you know what I'm saying? I just think, like, come on, man, be a little more balanced, innit? So, yeah, man, that's what we're at with Jackie G. Clearly, Pep Guardiola likes him. He's in our top 11 players in terms of minutes all season. You know, he's clearly favouring him a little bit more than Foden, because Foden's not in the starting 11 every week, which is a bit of a surprise, I accept. But he's not in the starting 11 every single week. The only game we actually lost this season where Grealish played was the Liverpool Carabao Cup game. Well, it's Carabao Cup, innit? You know what I mean? Every other match we've won. Champions League. The only game that we didn't win when he started in the Champions League was the Copenhagen away game, which we should have won. We got ruined by Sergio Gomez and a dodgy decision to disallow our goal. So stats are wild, man. Stats are wild. And of course, yeah, you can look at them stats and go, yeah, I think it's a coincidence. And it might be, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that it defo is. I think that there probably is something in it. But it could be a coincidence. You don't know, innit? You don't know. Let's have a look what you guys are saying then. I think that's pretty much it for the press conference comments until we get some more tonight. We are going to get we are going to get some more comments later on tonight in the embargoes section at about 10:30. So we'll be live tonight. Let me just check if there's anything else. No, there's nothing really. Nothing else coming out, man. So the next set of comments will come out tonight. So I'll have a look at your comments now in the chat. Read some of the comments out. Is that your footy team, LB? No, bro. I said it at the start of the stream. You must have been here. I got a mystery kit box for Christmas. And I got a Toulouse kit, bro. I like it. I did rate it. I think it's pretty nice. Where is Sergio Gomez? In the nicest possible terms, I think he's finished. You know what I mean? I don't think Pep rates him. I don't rate him. I didn't rate him from fucking day one. I seen him. Like, sometimes you can just tell. I'm not saying this to be like, oh yeah, I think I'm mint. Sometimes you look at a player and you can just tell. He couldn't defend. He's worse defending than Angelino, and Angelino didn't do very well. You know what I mean? He got shipped off pretty quick. So I just think that he'll be out in the summer. If not in January, he'll be out in the summer. Let's have a look. Grealish had 6 goals and 10 assists at Villa. Yeah, but, you know, we've won every single game that he's playing, bro. Top kit, LB. It is nice, isn't it? It is nice. Sam Lee has confirmed that Pep doesn't fully trust Sergio Gomez. He's a CFG signing. We only kept him because we couldn't get another left-back. Yeah, and that makes complete sense, and I understand that. But I think, personally, Wilson Esbrand is a better fullback than Gomez. He's not as good as Gomez going forward, but he's better defensively. Miles. Clear. And I said it, there's another thing I said at the time. The signing of Sergio Gomez has hindered the progression of Wilson Esbrand. Yeah, Wilson Esbrand hasn't played a single minute this season. He would have played a single minute if we didn't sign Gomez. Let's have a look. What are my thoughts on Maximo Perrone? I don't know him, bro. You know what? Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to watch a 4K compilation video of him right now, you know. Right, let me get the driller up. YouTube, yeah. What's he called? Maximo Perrone 4K video. Boom. Right, okay, that's an 8-minute video here. Right, what we can do now, right, we can do like a watch together. Right. So I can send you the link. Create your room. Enter link. Right, hold up. Right, let me send you this link, yeah, temporary. Invite friends to watch with you. Right, you want to watch this with me, yeah? Or nah, you don't have to, innit? But if you hit that link, it'll bring up the video. We can all watch it together, man. Hit that link, man, and we'll do a little scouting session on this guy. Will Alvarez return? He won't be back for tomorrow, brother, but he'll be back for the Chelsea game. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the ad, you know. I don't know what's going on with the ad. How do I, is it, we on? Right, you in? Is everyone in? Right, we're going to watch it. Boom. Right, let's have a look. Maximo Perrone. We're doing a little scouting session. What's going on, man? Is someone doing this? Right, boom, boom. What's going on? Is someone doing it? Do I have to change the controls, mate? I don't know what's going on here, lads. I don't understand what's going on. It's like it keeps changing, you know what I'm saying? Like, is someone changing it? Am I botting out here or what? Right, well, that's the link in it. I'm going to have to just watch it myself, man, because it's not working on there for some reason. Yeah, someone's clicking it, man, so we can't do it, innit? Because someone's spawning the phone. So I'm going to watch it. I'm just going to watch it on my own, innit? On the standard YouTube driller. Right, let's have a look. So, date of birth, January 7th, 2003, 1.78 metres, is a DM, plays for Velez, left-footed player, okay. Yeah, what I'll do, I'll put the link in the chat if you want to watch it. Upload a new tab though, innit, you know what I mean, and no point otherwise. Post the link in the chat, bro, there you go. Right, you got the link, yeah? Boom. Let's have a look at this guy's skills, man. Other positions, CM. 8.5 million transfer market value. Style of play, holding midfielder. Strength. Decision making, passing, vision, technique and agility. Weaknesses, aerial duels. Okay. Aerial duels is a big one in the Premier League. But he wouldn't be playing DM, would he? Player grades, technical characteristics, dribbling 7 out of 10, techniques 8 out of 10, finishing 5 out of 10, that ain't great. Long shots 7 out of 10, passing 8 out of 10, tackling 7 out of 10, marking 5 out of 10, heading 5 out of 10, crossing 7 out of 10, set pieces 6 out of 10. Doesn't seem very physical, does he, man? Doesn't seem very physical, this guy, which might be an issue in the Premier League. I mean, Silva and Bernardo have both done all right. You know what I mean, Foden does all right, but he needs to get stuck in. We need to see some clips here of him going through players. Right, here we go. We're into clip mode. Celebrating a few goals, nice to see it. Decent shot there, decent shot. Sneaks in at the back post, good finish. Oh, what a turn. That's a nice turn. Oh, a great pass as well, mate. Swings it out to the right-hand side. Nice ball. It's another good ball out to the left-hand side. Perron, yeah, mate. Looking decent. Good tackle, lad. Well in. That's what I need to see. Oh, it's good skill, mate. Oh, Messi, Messi, Messi. Oh! Mate, this guy's skills and like dribbling is actually unreal. Ooh, very cool, mate. Very cool. Nah, his ball control's different, gravy, guys. It's different. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's a free kick, ref. His long range passing is pretty good. His long range passing is pretty good. He looks like a PEP player, doesn't he? He looks like a PEP player. It's another good ball out to the right, man. The way he turns, like he's got that low centre of gravity, hasn't he? Oh, beautiful. Nice ball, mate. I still have, based on what I've seen so far, it looked very good, but I still have some concerns over his physicality. He goes to ground a little bit easy there, which maybe you wouldn't get away with in the Premier League. The way he switches the ball, man. The way he's switching the ball is very, very good. If you want to watch it, by the way, links in the chat, innit? I'll put the link there again. I'm just watching the highlights of this Perron. That's 5 minutes worth of highlights that I've just watched. I like the look of him, man. On the ball, very, very good. The way he moves is pretty sick. I can't lie. He's looking decent. He's looking decent. It's just his physicality, man. Like, if you look at Kayiki, I seen Kayiki play the first time he played for Manchester City's academy, right? I seen the first game. I was actually there. And you just knew straight away, man. He was like, this guy's going to struggle with physicality. Will this guy struggle? Hopefully not, man. You know what I mean? But he looks decent. He looks decent. Now, Fabrizio Romano, let me get his details up, yeah? Let me get his... what's he saying? Fabrizio Romano. There he is. Yes, Fab. What are you saying? Where's this Perrone fella? This is what he said. Fabrizio, this was last night. Manchester City are set to trigger the release clause for Velez talent Maximo Perrone, worth $8 million, which is what, 5 million quid? Here we go, expected soon if it all goes to plan. Argentinian midfielder born in 2003 is considered a huge talent. He joined City after the Sudamericano sub-20, which I believe is in sort of like February time. And then, a bit of a weird one. Someone replied to him and said, "Is the Jude Bellingham dream gone?" And he replied, "Perone is the future." No, Perone is for the future. Okay. So nah, that means it's not gone. Let's have a look at this. This is an Argentinian journalist who said this about him. Let me just check. Yeah, so this is a journalist, right? He's actually not Argentinian. He actually lives in Newcastle, England, which is far away from Argentina. But this is what he says. Potter likes his midfielders, I guess obviously talking about Chelsea. Potter likes his midfielders to be composed and technically brilliant. There is a boy in the academy team who is spectacular, says Vélez Sarsfield manager Gabriel Heinze. We know about him. Perone plays deep line playmaker. The left football is gifted technically. He's very much your modern day midfielder, very comfortable in possession. Perone blends intelligence with aggression very well. He's tough and abrasive and a tackle. Okay, decent. Didn't see that in the clips, but that's what he's saying. Aggressive with his dribbles and calm in tricky situations. Perone orchestrates and dictates play. Who sees the game differently than most? He's extremely creative. He's elegant with an extreme football IQ. Always keeps his head up and scans the pitch. He's tenacious, energetic and composed. He has this beautiful cultured pass with the ability to break through the lines. I'm very excited about him. He's perfect for a possession-based team. Scouted by Europe's giants already with a €10 million release clause. It won't be long until you hear more about him. He said that in November 16th. Ooh! Give me more! Let me see if there's anything else, man. Really intelligent. These are just comments from Twitter, yeah? Really intelligent midfielder. His defensive awareness in passing. His defensive awareness and passing, line-breaking passes are great. Less explosion and threat in front of goal than someone like Enzo, but better with the ball. Which sort of, when we looked at the sort of out of 10 stats, that's sort of what it said. You know, he's not going to chip in with goals. He looks to me, he kind of reminds me a little bit of Thiago, what I'm seeing here. I think that's a fair comparison. Anyone who's actually watched him play, he looks a bit like that. But the problem is, I need players who are going to score, man. I don't think you could play him in an 8. You know what I mean? Maybe, I don't know. Let's have a look. What else other people are saying? Just try to see if there's any like reputable like journalists saying anything about. I did see someone like talk about him and that. He was like a journalist this morning. I need to find it, man. I need to try and find it because it was like, I'm pretty sure it was like some like Argentinian journalist. Yes, Messi. What are you saying with a super chat? Says Gakpo will be a baller for Liverpool. Let's all laugh at Man United fans for missing out on Gakpo. You know what, brother? I actually think it's a cracking signing. I think the price is a great price. Not sure why it's so cheap. You know, I'm not looked into the deal, so I don't know why it's cheap. Maybe it's low contract or something. But yeah, it's a mad deal, to be fair. You know what I'm going to do as well? I'm going to get this. What's he called again? Perone. Maximo Perone. Scout report. Yes, we love the scout reports, man. We love the scout reports. 44 million. I think that's just proper cheap, man. I think it's a great price. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I'll find something wrong with it just because it's Liverpool. I'm going to say I think it's a sick deal. Right, here we go. Right, scout report by footballtalentscout.net. Right, this is what he needs to improve on. Needs to work on the consistency of his decision making. He tends to make simple and risky passing mistakes sometimes. Okay, he needs to operate with his right foot more because obviously he's left-footed. Maybe they're saying he's a little bit weak on his right foot. Overly aggressive when defending sometimes. Unnecessary fouls and bookings. Okay, but I'd rather that than him just not be physical enough at all. Because you can, if someone's not physical, it's very difficult to get a player who's 20, 21 and say, who just doesn't get stuck in and say you need to get stuck in. because it's not in the DNA, it's not in the nature. But if someone does get stuck, I find it a little bit easier to rein it in. I feel like it's easier to chill them out than it is to get them fired up. Style of play, deep line orchestrator, midfield player, knows how to dictate the tempo. He's creative and has all the natural ability of an orchestrator midfield who can perform at all midfield positions. Player with excellent technical ability, 1v1 shot, dribbling skills, close ball control and fast direction, shifts in possession. Which is interesting because... oh no, when that says 1v1 shot dribbling skills, short dribbling skills, yeah, I was just saying, he's shooting apparently is not the best. A midfielder who sees the game differently from most, revealing creativity, cleverness at his off-the-ball movements, great vision and his passing ability, orchestrating or providing dynamism to the team's build-up process with ease and effectiveness. Superb mix of creative, controlling and defensive attributes, very good in combination play, cultured passer with a proclivity, whatever that means, for breaking the lines with intricate vertical balls. Excellent range of passing at all distances. Yeah, man, I've seen that on the 4K. Extraordinary thinking when on the ball. He often chooses options which are unexpected for the opposition, which is something that we need. We're playing against, take for example, the Leicester game, where they just put every single player on the edge of the box. We need someone to do something that no one else has seen. Maybe he could be that guy. Very high football IQ, good feeling when to speed up the play with progressive passes and when to slow down the tempo to retain possession. Superb spatial awareness, always keeps his head up and scans the pitch before receiving the ball. Has the ability and confidence to provide good through killer passes in the final third. Great composure, elegance and retention skills under pressure. Press resilient player. Displays a natural technique to take fast decisions in tight spaces. Constantly asking for the ball and is often an additional passing option. It's looking good, man. They've got him playing him as a DM. But Rodri plays as a DM, so what's happening there then? Unless Phillips, maybe Pep's not happy with Phillips. I don't know, but the clips that I've just seen of him and this scout report both indicate that his best position is in the number 6 position, not in the advanced roles of Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne. Based on the granted short video that I've said, but as well, this scout report also says his best player is in the 6. So you've already got Rodri and Phillips. So it seems a bit of a weird one, man. Is it just going to be a CFG player? But apparently not. Apparently he's not a CFG player. Weird one. I don't know. I don't really see... Can he play LB? I mean, he looks decent, bro. He looks good. He can't play against Everton, bro. But he looks decent. Double pivot. Maybe, but you've got Phillips. So what you're going to tell me that it's going to be Rodri and Pereira? What's happening with Phillips? Is he just never going to play for us? Oh, can he play left back? Don't know, man. He's left-footed, bro. He's left-footed, so maybe. Yeah, I know, Soheeb. I know, that's what I'm saying. I know Fabrizio said he's not a CFG signing. He is a Manchester City signing, but I don't see where he plays, man. What I've seen of him there doesn't look like a player that couldn't. That I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying he looked miles better in those deeper roles. The whole scout report is about his intelligence. It's about his passing range and all that kind of stuff. The clips that I was watching then on the 4K was like, yeah, this is his best position. So surely we're not going to get him and stick him further up the pitch. He can be an 8. He can be an 8, but everything's saying his best position is a 6. He's 19, 20, something like that, Tyrone. Talking about Peron. He plays for Vélez in Argentina. £10 million buyout clause. City apparently gonna get him. Feels like a Pirlo in my opinion. I agree, Sal. I agree with that, bro. I think he looks like that style of player. One that just sits back and just pings balls and controls the game. But we've got Rodri for that. We've just bought Calvin Phillips for 40 million, who, in my opinion, will be his backup. So unless he's got plans of pushing Calvin Phillips further up the pitch, like Southgate does sometimes, and then saying you're actually not a 6, you're actually going further up pitch, and having Perone as the backup CDM, I don't really get it. And we've already got Pirlo. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Rico, that's what I'm saying. Maybe Phillips is actually going to be made into a number 8 and not a 6. Because obviously we know Gundogan's leaving at the end of the season as it stands. Talk about Bellingham, LB. We're doing nothing for that deal. Madrid has already offered him a big deal. Karma, bro. Karma. We don't fully understand what's going on, obviously. You know, you're panicking, yeah? But don't panic, because if City are interested, City will get this deal done, man. I mean, and at the end of the day, we don't know whether a City have offered this guy a deal or not. We don't know. We don't know what's going on in it. So, patience. Keep tuning into the Bellingham streams, and we'll keep going through the timelines and working out what's going on. But yeah, Bellingham, I think it's just patience, man. And I think January, end of January, middle of February, that period, you're gonna know. You're gonna know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know, Tyrone. I don't know, bro. Swap Phillips with Jude. Yeah, but bro, you know what I mean. It takes 2 to tango. He's got to want to go there. They've got to want him. It's not. I don't think that's going to happen, man. Bellingham will want to come back to England, possibly. I mean, you don't fully understand. You don't fully know that, but you know, he's English. He's never actually played in the Premier League. Surely, you know, he would have that sort of desire. I mean, it's only the same for, look at Sane. He wanted to go back to Germany. It's only the same. It's natural, isn't it? You want to play in your home country. And it's the best league. Mitchell Bassett. Yes, with a 179 says, wish Palmer played more on the right wing. Me too. Me too. I agree. But obviously, Mahrez is the number 1 there at the moment. And obviously Foden's played there a bit and he's done well. So he's patience again. A lot of things is just patience, isn't it? You know what I mean? I think with Palmer, patience. I think Pep likes him a lot. I like him a lot. I think Pep likes him a lot. And I think with him, I think it's just, again, a bit like Rico. Get them minutes up. Keep on getting the minutes. Impressing. Making the correct decisions. Making the correct calls. Sometimes you can go on the pitch and be too desperate to make an impact, you end up looking crap. We've seen. I can guarantee every single person in this chat has seen that happen. Seen a player come on, whether they're young, mainly they're young, but they're not always young, who come on the pitch and they've got 10, 15 minutes and they try loads of stuff to try and show how mega they are, and they end up just looking arse. You know what I mean? They rush in, the rest of the team in rhythm with them, and they just look rubbish. He's got to just keep coming on the pitch and doing what Pep wants. And if we're 3-0 up and the team's shutting the game down, help the team shut the game down. But I think Pep rates him, man. Have I seen Mudryk? I have seen Mudryk. Rate him. I think he's decent. Apparently he's going Arsenal, right? Is that a thing? Is that a thing? He's going Arsenal, I heard. I don't know if that's still a thing. I believe it is. Anakin Skywalker with a 179 donation says, Phillips to get some minutes tomorrow, hopefully. You'd like to think so. He was on the bench against Leeds, so obviously he's going to be on the bench again. You know, hopefully he'll get a few minutes. But I don't know, because I don't know the fitness levels. Clearly he's in a better fitness level because he was on the bench, you know what I mean? But we don't know, innit? We don't fully know. Arsenal won't pay the fee. What is the fee, brother? What is the fee? I'm not 100% sure, Sat. I'm going to go through the starting lineup tonight, because then we'll get the extra quotes and then we can have the full picture. So I'll go for the starting 11 tonight. 55 mil for Mudryk. Is that pounds or euros or what? No, that really makes a difference these days. 55 mil for Mudryk. Is that a good deal? Is that a good deal? I mean, it's a weird one, because I said this a lot. The transfer market has changed now. Much more of the value, much more of the money that you pay is attributed to potential than it used to be. When I was growing up, you literally just paid for the player, and there was a very little bit about potential, right? Now it's basically, I'd say it's like 60% potential, something like that. He's not worth 55 mil, Mudryk, but obviously he's probably worth about 35, 40 mil in the current market, and then they're adding the extra amount on for potential, which obviously isn't 6% in this case, but you get what I'm saying. At the end of the day, Arsenal need to reinforce their squad if they want to win this league, in my opinion. So if he's available, he will be available. Go and get him. They want 80 million. We're not going to get 80 million. And there's no chance, there's no way I'd be paying 80 million. There's absolutely no way I'd be paying 80 million for him. No way. They need Tielemans. I actually don't really rate him that much, Tielemans. But as a squad builder, I think he'll be a good signing for Arsenal. They want the Grealish fee as they believe he's better. Yeah, but the Grealish fee was different. Grealish fee was a release clause. That was the only way you were going to get him out of Aston Villa. He's also English, which means you've got the English tax. And yeah, that's pretty much it, really, to be honest. There ain't really much else to it. You're not going to get 100 million for Mudryk. You're not getting 80 million for Mudryk. You're not getting any more than 60 million for Mudryk. Surely not. What's up with Maddison? Is he going or staying? I don't know what's going on with him, bro. What is going on? Is he injured or something? He was on the bench the other day. Surely he's got to leave at the end of the season, man. He's contracted until 2024. He'll have 1 year left on his contract at the end of the season. You know I'd go and sign him? Newcastle. Oh, Newcastle, go and sign him, man. Go and sign him. I wouldn't have Maddison at City, bro. I don't think he suits at the way that we play. But go and get him, Newcastle. Yeah, he's not going to cost you that much. They've only got 1 year left on his contract. I think it'd be absolutely brilliant signing. A brilliant signing. 100% he goes to Newcastle. He's got to go Newcastle, man. He's got to. I think it's just okay, you might get offers from Arsenal, Liverpool, United, them sort of teams. You might be like, oh yeah, these teams and that, but Newcastle are going places, man. They're going places. You know what I mean? I'd go there. And you're gonna probably get more money there than you are elsewhere, so I'd go there. How many points do you think we'll win the league by? Minimum 10 points. I do. I've said it all season. Like, if I'm proved wrong, I'm proved wrong. I'll accept the hell. I'll hold the L. I'll accept the L massively if I get it wrong. But I believe Arsenal will crumble at some point this season. That's all I can say. El-Kurani for left back. Let's have a look at this guy, bro. Sufyan El-Kurani. I don't remember seeing this guy in our conversations before. Out of contract at the end of the year unless he's on loan. No, he's not on loan. He's just genuinely out of contract. So you could get him on a free transfer. I don't know, bro. I've never seen him play. I'm okay. Never seen him play, brother. Don't know. Amrabat. Thoughts on Amrabat? Google him again. Amrabat. Fiorentina. Seen him play. Did he play for Morocco at the World Cup? Who obviously did very, very well. Can't really say I've seen that's too much of him, but Morocco did well, didn't it? Newcastle will beat Arsenal next week. What about Brighton? Beth? Beth, you're not called Beth, you're called Barbara. What about Brighton? They're playing Brighton tomorrow, away from home. 5:30 kickoff. It's a difficult one, that. Difficult one. City will win the Premier League, but it will be tight within 6 points, says Jay. Okay. Well, we'll see, bro. We'll see. Like I say, I've had my stance since Arsenal. Probably after about 6 games, I came out and was like, nah. This is my opinion. And I'm not changing. People underestimate Brighton a lot. Yeah, they do, man. They do underestimate Brighton, but don't, because as well, a lot of the games that they lost under De Zerbi when he came in from Graham Potter, They were very unlucky. Very, very unlucky. Because for some reason, I ended up watching quite a lot of the games for one reason or another. Maybe there was on in the pub or whatever. Or there was on before City. I was watching it before City. They're a very, very good team. They're currently sitting in 7th. Let me check the home record. Brighton, transfer mat. Fixtures by date. Right, here we go. Right, home record, yeah. In the Premier League this season, at home, this is the record. Home. Oh, it's not great. Fuck. They're actually better away. Something that you don't want to see. Okay, so they've won 3, drawn 2, lost 2. Who did the losses come to? They got beat 1-0 off Spurs. And they got beat off Villa. What's all that about? They're actually better away from home. Pain. Didn't want to see that. I wanted to see like 7 games, one loss. That's what I wanted to see. And that's not what I've seen. Pain, man. Pain. But yeah, it could start tomorrow. Who knows? We've got to get the job done, of course. You're sitting here talking about Arsenal dropping points. We need City to get the job done first and foremost. City get the job done tomorrow. Go 2 points behind Arsenal. Y'all can watch Arsenal and be like, boom, chill. You know what I'm saying? Go relaxing. But until we do that, I think we'll win. I think we'll win tomorrow. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up, man, because I'm just waffling bare. I'm going to be live tonight. What time am I going live? I'll look at the live time. 10 o'clock, which is cool, actually, because the embargoed section of the press conference comments will come out at 10:30, so we can get like a live reaction, man. We can get a live reaction in it. So hopefully you guys can join me at 10 p.m. tonight. Make sure you drop the like on the stream. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. Shout out to the GOATs at Manscaped for sponsoring today's stream. I'm going to play the ad again. Make sure you spam on the way out, and I'll see you at 10 p.m. tonight. See you in a bit, guys. 85% of partners prefer a man who is groomed below the waist, and 96% of partners think bad grooming is a major turn-off. That's where Manscaped have come in to help us all out, including myself, lads. The Lawnmower 4.0 is a trimmer specifically designed with our crown jewels in mind. It has skin-safe technology to reduce those nicks and cuts and gives you the maximum confidence while trimming below the waist. It's also IPX7 waterproof rated, so you can operate in wet or dry conditions. It has a premium 7,000 RPM motor with quiet stroke technology and a massive 90-minute battery time, which is supported by its wireless electromagnetic charging function. With the Performance Package 4.0, you'll get the Crop Reviver with witch hazel and powerful odor defense. This keeps your balls protected after a good shave. Crop Preserver with its soothing aloe vera and advanced quick absorbing cream, keeping your balls feeling fresh and hydrated. And the Weed Whacker to trim ear and nose hair. The Performance Package 4.0 has everything you need to keep you the most groomed man in the room. Use our code XTRA20 XTRA20 at checkout and you'll save yourself 20% off your order and receive free international shipping.